Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Crash Bandicoot. In the last episode, we took on the first four stages, and in this episode, we're going to be starting with Upstream, so let's head on in. Oh, that's right, face tokens. Okay, so in the last episode, I was talking about, Tana tokens, but I was, like, struggling for words there, like I was choking or something, but, they're called face tokens. Anyway, on to Upstream. Okay, so Tana token here, anyway. So, odd thing is, kind of looking at this level, seeing the river, this gives me, like, a weird thought in my head. Okay, it's gonna sound makes more sense when I actually get to it, but, okay, so the day I am recording this is 2 days after the reveal of the next Pokemon generation, Pokemon 8. So, that'd be, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay, quick side note, it's gonna be crazy in the future when we're, like, Generation 18, and, like, Generation 8 was, like, such a distant memory. But, anyway, my story has a point, don't worry. Anyway, so, for those of you who don't know, Generation 8 is set in a region called the Galar region, and the Galar region is based off of England. And so, just seeing this kind of reminds me of England, because, I've actually been to England before. Oh, gosh, it was, like, years ago, though. And, oh, by the way, this is another stage where you're gonna need a color gem. But anyway, so it's just interesting, seeing the new generation being set in England, because I know some people were talking about before how they wanted the next generation of Pokemon to, take place in a region based on England, or even Australia, which, I guess you kind of both got your wish, since, you know, Australia was colonized by England. Well, I mean, there were natives, but England still colonized it. But anyway, but I'm definitely looking forward to the game. When it comes to starters, I am leaning towards either Sobble, the water type, or Grookey, the grass type. By no means am I saying Scorbunny's bad, but, you know, okay, I'm kind of sharing a sentiment of a couple of people, is that it's kind of hinging on already being a firefighting when it evolves, which, to be fair, it's been 2 generations since they did the last one with, Imbor, was it? Yeah, Imbor. And so, granted, we've had 2 non-firefighting since then. We had, Delphox being fire or psychic, and, Incineroar being fire dark. So, I'm not too hung up on if Scorbunny evolves into another firefighting, but, it'd still be kind of annoying, I guess. But anyway, here's the first boss of Crash Bandicoot, Papu Papu. And, okay, this was so weird, because, like, obviously Crash is the real jerk in this entire story, because this guy was just sleeping, and we just invaded his home, so it's like, yeah, he has every right to fight us. We're the home invaders here. But, he's a very, very, very easy boss. He just has, I guess, a lot more hit points than is really necessary. Basically, what you want to do is jump on him, and that's it. You can't spin into him. He's invincible to that entirely. But yeah, we already beat him. But, I think, if you stand too close to him when he dies, you actually do get hurt. And, okay, for some reason the camera was, like, uncomfortably holding on him, but, yeah. The bosses I'm more indifferent to. I mean, they're not terrible, except for the final boss against Cortex. Spoilers, we're fighting Cortex in the end. But, anyway, added to the Insane Trilogy is the ability to play as Crash's sister, Coco, who was added in okay, you could play as Coco in the 3rd game, but it wasn't until but it was the 2nd game when she was introduced. But, now, you could play as her in any of the 3 games, and as far as I know, they play no differently, at least in the 1st and 2nd games. Though I'm tempted to say that okay, I have no proof of this, but I'm tempted to say that Coco's hitbox is different from Crash, mainly because they, you can't play as Coco during a boss fight for Crash 1 and 2, like, it'll like, either, in this game, you will, or both games rather, you will automatically, not automatically, what am I trying to say here? Okay, when you want to try to play as a boss as Coco, it will block you. It will basically just be like, no Coco's allowed. So I'm tempted to say that Coco has a different hitbox than Crash, at least slightly. But okay. Now, so as you saw before, I got a Brio token, the guy on the left, and Brio, Cortex's assistant. He has a different set of bonus stages. The first one's easy to get. The second one, which is harder to get, is right here. So what you have to do is jump over these crates right here, and jump on this crate right here to get the Brio token, because if you hit this, the TNT is going to start detonating. If the TNT detonates while the Brio token was there, it will break the crate, and then the crate, and the TNT will make the token fly away, plus you can't get it. So those are one of those more jerkish tokens that I mentioned before. Ugh. Okay. I always choke on that jump a bit just because, I guess my major complaint with the original Crash at least is that the camera is not panned well enough, in my opinion. Like, I feel like it should be a bit angled a bit higher up, in my opinion. But it's not terrible. It's just I always choke a bit because I always forget exactly where that jump is because, you know, I can't see it coming, really. Okay. Okay, so I didn't want the Piranha Plant, I guess we'll call it, to break that jump crate, which is why it kind of choked. Wow, it's gonna be just an episode of choking, won't it? Anyway, now that we got the last Tana token, you can jump in here, and okay, yeah. I never entered a bonus stage while in the invincibility mode, so I didn't know if they just automatically unequipped you with it. Which is probably for the better, just because it probably would be a bit more annoying if crates blew up from so far away. Because these bonus stages, you know, obviously are very reliant on, the kind of precision platforming. Well, at least later on, anyway. So there we go. And Tana gets kidnapped again, and we're out of here. Okay, but anyway, okay, actually, I want to go back to the Pokemon tangent. Like I said, I'm looking for... Oh, yeah, this is another color body. Really ramped them up. Anyway, hey! Well, it's a good thing it is a color gym, a stage that needs a color gym, because, now I don't have to restart since I died. Okay. That's what I get for wanting to talk about Pokemon. But I'm still going to talk about Pokemon. Anyway, back to Pokemon. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this new region. It looks great, in my opinion. Just seeing that, like, I guess, capital city. I'm guessing it's the capital city just because of, how much it takes up the map. At the overlook map. But, anyway. What am I trying to say here? Okay, I'm looking forward to it because it looks great in my opinion, and the music that they chose to introduce it also sounds really great. It's kind of like a remix of the classic tunes of Pokemon, mixed with just like some new age techno music, I guess. I don't know if it's techno. I really don't listen to, I guess, modern music, really. Unless it's like from a video game, then, you know, I'm all over that mess. And doesn't hurt. Okay, that's weird because, okay, spoilers again. You're also going to fight Brio as the penultimate boss. And one of his attacks is, he'll do that, exactly. He'll smash his, beakers. Or, actually, no, I think they're flasks. He'll smash his flasks together, and... That's not a word. Anyway, he smashes his flasks together, and he'll blow you up, but he doesn't blow himself up, which I always found kind of weird. But, anyway, that's that stage. Oh, and I think I failed to mention in the last episode, but basically, the crates you miss, they'll be smashed over the head with it, and they'll get progressively worse in increments of 10. I don't know when I'll ever... that's interesting. You can't play as Coco in a Warthog stage either. Anyway, Hogwowl. Okay, The hog stages are probably some of my favorite stages in all of Crash 1. Like, they're so quick to do, it doesn't take too much time, I just like it. But basically, this hog only has one speed, fast, and so all you can do is move left or right, or jump. And I forget if the loading screen tells you this, but if you want to jump further, then just hold the B button instead of tapping it. And also, I enjoy the music. It's like this is kind of like the Crash Goofy I expect from before I even knew Crash. So do this, die, wait till it comes back, and quit. Okay. But it's like, this kind of goes further about like why I like this, because even if you mess up, it's not that hard to make up for your mess up. So these stages are great. Oh yeah, this is right there. Hold jump to bounce higher on the drums. Actually, you know what? Okay. This is going to bring me on another Pokemon tangent. This kind of reminds me of the Pokemon rides from Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. Which, I certainly hope those come back for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Just because I feel like those kind of help thrust the game further along. Mainly because... Whoa! That was weird. Mainly because it eliminates the need of having slave Pokemon or satisfying a Pokemon that you didn't really want on your team originally. Like in the older games, I would generally have a flying type, just because one flying types can be pretty good, but mainly because I needed someone to use fly. And I mean, I know it's generally fine to like have slaves, but Pokemon slaves. I mean, that could have gone very south, but Pokemon slaves, like you know, B-Barrow was like the king of Pokemon slaves. But I generally didn't like having them, just from like a role-playing perspective. Like, I didn't like having a Pokemon whose purpose in existence was just to get me from here to there. Which, to be fair, is kind of like what Lapras was to Ash in the anime, but still. Well, okay. But yeah, so I hope Poke Rides come back. Or at least they bring back what they did in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, having some sort of fly ability. So you didn't need to have a Pokemon that like needed to know fly to use it. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the stage, and I'm going to try something very daring here. Come on, come on! Yes! There we go. Okay, that's something I absolutely love to do. Is, you can finish the stage not on the Warthog. So, yeah, so what I did there was I ran into the native, and because of how far Crash flies, he collected the gem, and he hit the warp out. I don't know, I just love that so much that I can even do that. Okay, Native Fortress. I believe this is another stage that requires a color gem. There we go. Okay, jump on him, get the Aqua mask. Oh, okay, that actually reminds me of something I also don't like with the Crash games, is that, if you already probably noticed it, but like if you die in the, well, quote-unquote die, you don't actually die, in the bonus stage, you still lose Aku regardless of such. Which is kind of annoying because, like, you know, they don't take your lives, they just take your Aku. But, I don't know, that still just feels just as punishing anyway. Okay. I get a feeling that... Okay, so I talked about in the last episode how my view is severely reduced because of the fact I'm playing on a smaller PC screen. But I feel like in this level, it's really going to come back to bite me hard. Okay. Wait for the fire to burn. Jump! Jump! Okay. And I really hope this is a color gem stage. Or a stage that requires a color gem. There. Okay. Burn, baby, burn. There we go. Jump on the native, get the crate, spin him out of existence, kill the plants, and we're good to go. Okay. Go. You know, okay, I was just looking at those piranha plants, and you know what they remind me of? Okay, so, yes, they remind me of the piranha plants from Mario, but, no, but what they remind me more of is, okay, this is probably a bit more obscure, because, this is an entirely different game, but have any of you played a game by, Paradox Interactive called Stellaris? Because those piranha plants kind of remind me of one of the plantoid creatures you can play as your main race. Like, it's one race that looks very similar to it. It's just something interesting that I just noticed. Jump over it. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I got those extra lives anyway from those crates up ahead. Oh man, but this is gonna... Oh, what the... yeah, I hate that. Sometimes they could push you back even though they didn't do the actual animation, which is annoying. Okay. Oh, and also, one minor thing. If in a stage you collected if you broke a crate that had a crash life in it and you collected the life, then next time you come into that level, like if you die and then go to that crate again, it's going to be a jump! Why do I do that? If you come back to what am I trying to say here? If you die and then come back to that crate, it's just going to be Wumpa fruit. So you can't die and grind, basically. There we go. Okay. There we go. Don't feel like trying to get those Wumpa fruit again. There we go. Oh boy. This does not bode well for the rest of the game for me, doesn't it? Oh, that actually reminds me of something I do want to mention. So, I will be doing, I will be doing, what's it called? Stormy Ascent, there we go. That, really hard level, Stormy Ascent. I'm going to be doing that, and I guess the best part for you guys is I've never played it before. Okay, I beat this game several times, but I've never played it. Stormy Ascent. And so I'm gonna jump over you. I've never played Stormy Ascent, and so I'm gonna be playing for the first time for this playthrough. And I've only seen Stormy Ascent once, and that was when it first came out, which was like in I think the same summer of 2017 that the remaster came out. So I really have barely any memory of the level. All I know is that it's based off of the same level as I forget what it's called, like Slippery Climb or whatever it's called, near the end of the game. So that one's going to be great. I may actually have someone joint commentate with me because I'm probably going to be I'm gonna be quiet. No, I'm gonna be quiet for like the majority of it, probably, just because I want to focus on the game. Okay, now it's good to get take fall damage. Okay, but seeing that Aku Aku mask actually does remind me this is a stage that requires a color gem later. So that's good. I don't have to feel bad about myself just yet. I'll just feel bad about myself later. But yeah, so I look forward to when I do Stormy Ascent, and I also have Future Frenzy for Crash 3. I don't really know as much the story behind that one. I know Stormy Ascent was removed because it was viewed as too hard, but I don't know if the same was true for Future Frenzy, or if it was just a case of they just ran out of time and all they had were like the assets of Future Frenzy ready. Anyway, okay, make it over, and now I got an Aku Aku barrier. You know, I forget, but I don't think it was until later that they officially gave Aku Aku his name. Like, he was just kind of, like in the original game, as far as I know, he was just kind of there. Like, he never, like, there's no context given to his existence until, like, later games. Okay. Time is now. I knew that was gonna happen! I didn't know that was gonna happen. Oh yeah, one thing I like is that you can see the future islands. You can see the future islands in the background, which is really nice. It's kind of like why people love Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and, yeah, 1. Because you can see the future levels ahead of you, which is really nice. I kind of got somber there for some reason. It's like, ah! Okay. I'm probably gonna... Never mind. You see, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm... See, I know what I'm doing, even though I didn't even know that fire was lit for a second there. Ugh. Okay, it's a good thing this is the last level of the day, because I am really psyching myself out now. And it's also a good thing we're playing a boulder level at the moment, because I play with the circle pad on the Switch controllers, and it's my fingers get really sweaty and oily sometimes. So sometimes while I'm playing a boulder stage, my finger is actively slipping from the circle pad, which my finger is actively slips from the circle pad, so I have to I don't even pause the game because I want to keep on playing, but I always have to readjust my finger on it in the middle of a boulder stage, which is okay. How did that not burn me? I've been burned by fire that wasn't even there, and that's still whatever. But never mind. You know, now what I wonder now is, at what point am I gonna cut? Alright, that's another thing. If you die enough times at a certain checkpoint, you'll eventually get basically a pity Aku Aku. That's actually one thing I really don't like, cause like in Mario 3D Land, you had the choice to take the pity Tanuki leaf. But in this game, it's like, nope, you're taking it. We pity you too much. Which is something I don't like. I wish it was an option. Like, it was a crate that didn't... I wish the Aku Aku was in a crate that didn't count towards the total. And you could choose whether or not you wanted to break it or not. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, 1 life to make up for how many lives I lost? You know, I'm going to try to jump at it. I'm going to try to... You know, forget it. I just want to finish this level, go home, eat a nice breakfast, and there we go. We're pretty much in the home stretch now. Okay. Jump up there, break these. You know, I kind of wish, now that I think about it, I kind of wish those were Coco tokens when you were played as Coco. I don't know, something, I think that would be kind of cool. There we go. There we go. Jump up here, can't get the gym yet, so I don't feel as bad about dying 10 times. Okay. But that was the native fortress. And there we go. We finished up the first island. And in the next episode, we are going to be heading up the creek. See you guys then.